Good morning. Welcome to my channel, ladies. My name is Diane Tuggle, and I'm from the Happy Scrapbooker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Consultant in the Eastern United States, and I'm here today to show you a cute project done with Snowman Hugs stamp set. So let me show you the project. It's a Christmas card. It says, "Sending warm hugs and happiness." It has a little bunny rabbit and a snowman, and it could either be the snowman is sharing the carrot with the rabbit, or the rabbit is sharing a carrot with the snowman. But either way, it's an act of kindness, and I just think it's so sweet. So the products that I'm using are the Snowman Hugs. And this is a rubber stamp set. They call them cling stamp sets. And it is because they actually do cling to the clear blocks. Quite a few years ago when they made the rubber stamp sets, they did not cling to the stamp blocks. And they came up with a new name and a new product line, and I love them because they stamp with great detail. And they're all, it's like one time and that's it. You don't have to fool with it. You don't have to color in your mistakes. And then the paper that we're using is from Snowy Scenes Designer Series paper, and it is the sheet with the holly leaves and berries, and it has like a turquoise and white background, and to me that's very vintage, like from the 40s and 50s, and I just love that style. So we're using that. We are also using I think it's called, what's it called? Petunia? No, whatever it's called. It's called Poppy Parade. There we go. Because it's a bright cherry red or poppy red. And it goes with the red in the paper. So that's what our card base is going to be. And we are using Pool Party. And this is embossed. Can you see it? There you can. With a snowflake three-dimensional embossing folder from Stampin' Up. I love it because it has the tiny little flakes and then bigger flakes coming down. So we're using that. We are using our red and white baker's twine and our little white loose snowflakes. Put them over there. We are using some white cardstock to stamp the snowman on and to stamp the greeting. So here's our inside piece. And this is the piece that goes on the front of the card from that Designer Series paper. It's a 4 by 1.5 inch strip of paper, so you could get a lot of cards out of that. We're using garden green just for these little sprigs, pine sprigs. And then I'm using this from my stash. It is I think it's called Mist glimmer paper, and it was from it was from Close to My Heart. Isn't from my Close to My Heart stash, but anything that's a light blue, turquoise, or green in the glimmer paper will work. Stampin' Up! Does not have that right now, but you may have some in your stash, so we're going to go with that. On this one, I used a piece of white glimmer tape that was in my stash, but we're just going to use the mist color all over the next card. And I wanted to tell you, you can see the mist glimmer paper here, 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 and here, and it's like staggered. The reason it is that way is because I dropped a inked block on the front of my card. And I said I'm not throwing it away after all that work. So I just put those little strips of glimmer paper there. And I love it. So we're going to keep doing that. So this is, it's a simple design. The die that I used to cut out the snowman after I colored him was from our deckled rectangle dies. And this one is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. Cuts him out. So we used that. And those are currently available. Then I did some the little pine boughs, and these come from Nest of Winter dies, and they look like this, but any kind of sprig die that you have, and even if it's longer, you could cut it down. That will work. And then I also used 2 banner dies, and they are a stitched banner die, and they came from a retired Close to My Heart set, but any kind of banner, you could even hand cut your banner. I just liked the stitching on that, and I cut them down shorter than what the die is to fit the card. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you some coloring. And I'm also going to show you, let me put that over there and not try to, another thing that I did just to bring a little detail into the card. I mean, if you're going to all this trouble, you might as well do it upright. So I have a blending brush, and I have shaded spruce ink, and I'm just lightly doing the bottom. Can you see me? The bottom of the sprigs, so it doesn't take very much. And then we got to clean up our mess because it leaves ink on the, wipe that up. So can you see the detail right there in that? So we are going to go ahead and color. Well, there's a couple ways you can do it. I stamped him with memento ink, and I've got all kinds of markers here. I'm going to sit down for this. For his hat, I used a regular Stampin' Right marker in black, basic black, and that's because I don't really care if it blends or not. So I'm going to make a spot that's like highlighted, and I'm not coloring that in. And then these are very nice markers. They're just regular water-based ink. And like I say, it's not an alcohol marker, but you don't need it for this because we are not blending anything, we're just coloring. I think these markers kind of get overlooked. But they have a brush nib, and they also have a bullet point nib, and that is what we're going to color his plaid with because it's nice and fine. And so we color all these little stripes. For something this detailed, I prefer these over the blends or any alcohol marker, because the alcohol marker can kind of blend into the area and go over the line a little bit. And we don't want to mess up the detail. So this is what we're doing. And he has little bitty buttons here. I missed a button. I'm going to darken these two buttons. And that one too. And see that it's got such a nice fine point. And it goes on real nice and even. Is that all the black? That's all the black that we need. So we also need a brown. And for his little arms, I'm using pecan pie and another of the Stampin' Right markers, and making him brown like sticks. And those little long little branch fingers can get right in there. Okay. Now I don't have a red Stampin' Right, so I'm pulling out an oldie from my stash. This is a Shinhan marker, but it has a nice fine point right there, and it really matches that Poppy Parade ink. So we're doing his bow tie, and we're doing the stripes that go in the downward motion. We're not going over the black, we're stopping right inside the line. To me, coloring is very relaxing. I know some people don't like to do it, but you could also stamp his vest in a plaid paper and hand cut it out and glue it on top of the snowman if you wanted to. So that's all the red. And the only orange that I have is one of the Spectrum Noir ones. We're going to give him an orange carrot. Okay, there's the orange. And now the turquoise. I think I'm gonna, my marker for that has turquoise in it is kind of worn, almost empty. Yeah, it's a little too light. So we're gonna go to the mid color, and that's a little darker, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay. And now we have a little gray bunny. So I'm gonna use light smoky slate. I'm gonna use the brush nib. And we don't have to worry about blending anything here. Leave him a little white tail. And I'm gonna do the darker smoky slate in the ear. There we go. So now we're gonna highlight the snowman. With the snowman, I'm gonna use my Pool Party blend. You could use the Pool Party blend, or you could use, which one is it? I think it's this one. This is a Copic marker. It's called Porcelain Blue, Pale Porcelain Blue. Let's see what that does. We'll put it right down here. Yeah, that looks good. Let's use that one. We're gonna give him a little snow. A little snow underneath of him. I think this one's getting dry too. And then we're gonna highlight some shadows on the snowman. You just go under the hat a little bit, a little around the edge. And then we're gonna just go down here, just a little. Just make it more rounded. And we'll put him in there. Okay, let me show you that up close. So this is what he looks like up close. And then we're gonna take the deckled dye. Oh, we need some snowflakes on him before we forget that, with the Pool Party ink. And I just grabbed some little snowflakes. There's no snowflakes on this one, but I got that out of Reindeer Fun. But I'm sure you got some snowflakes somewhere. So we just put a few little snowflakes on there. And we're gonna cut him out. Put some on this one. The cutout one. Okay. We cut him out. So I'm gonna add a little more snow here at the bottom. And round him up a little bit. Okay. So there he is. So he's done. We've got our little holly leaves done. I mean our pine bough leaves done. We have our base. So we're gonna go ahead and put the inside verse. And I had pre-stamped that. And we are just going to glue that in inside. And that is all that needs. So our inside is done. And now this, the snowflakes are like falling and then clustering down here at the bottom. So the thicker about of snowflakes, or the more concentrated I want at the bottom. So we'll go ahead and put that on. And you're just gonna center him. Right there. And then we have this piece. It's gonna go it's not halfway. It is down, let's see how many inches. 2 1/4 from the top of the blue. So we're just gonna right there, flip it over. That right there. Okay. And like I said, on the first one I did a white, and then I realized I really wanted that green color. So put them over here. I'm going to move my markers. And we got some 1/4 inch strips. And I cut them to 4 inches long, and I'm going to glue those down with liquid glue. And it gives you a little time to wiggle it in place. I like that. And then we're going to put another one right under there. Oh, maybe we better put our snowman on first. Where is he? He's over here. Okay. Mr. Snowman, he goes about right here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put him down, and then we'll glue the okay, he's about right here. Okay, now we're going to start gluing these strips. He's so much fun. Okay, we did one. I've got some different size strips here. So the next one, where are my scissors? Okay, we're gonna just trim that off. And we're just staggering them. There's no measuring needed. Just gonna wing it. Hold it in place. Okay, we need one that is that too short? Yeah, that one's a little too short. I need one more longer piece. Okay. And I'll put a little glue on him. And then we got one shorter piece left. Okay. Is that too short? Maybe. Is there another one that's longer? I don't know. It's really too short. Okay, we need one more piece like this. And we're going to go down here. Okay. All right, we got all those guys on there. Now let's do our little banner. Okay. There's the red piece. And here are the white ones. So you see how much shorter they are. I just trimmed them off. Actually, I just placed the paper where it was halfway through. And the red one, is like that too. Oh yeah, actually the stitching goes down in there. So hand cut banners or any other dies that you have will work. So here's one that I already stamped, and I stamped it with this little tiny Merry Christmas, and this is from a Close to My Heart retired stamp set, and it was one that had like to make little tags and stuff, so it had really small sentiments. And so anything that is small like that, because there's no, you could put thanks for being there, or you make my heart happy would fit, but I wanted Merry Christmas, so we're gonna go with that. And this is going up on dimensionals. And we're gonna put one at the top, one at the bottom, and we're going to put him in there just a little bit so he's kind of got like a red frame all the way around it. And it is going right here. But first, we're going to take a little bit of this. Do we need to? Well, we did, but it's not even seen. Okay. No, we're just going to go ahead and put this on. And you can put this down flat to save on postage. I just like the dimensionals, and I don't mind paying a little extra for postage. So that it goes over top of, and it goes all the way to the top of the card, like that. And then we're going to glue on 2 of the pine bough, and we'll do that with liquid glue. So we're going 1 across the top. Actually, it could go in there just a little further. So we don't want to cover up Mary. There we go. And then 1 going to go down the side, and I think that this one needs a little mini dimensional on it. Also, because he goes down like that. Now, if you ever have a dimensional that still shows, like right there it shows, first of all, take your embossing buddy and go over the adhesive. That makes the adhesive not sticky anymore. And then I'm going to find me a green marker somewhere. And I'm just going in there and making that green, and nobody will know it. Okay, the next thing we need is a glue dot. Scissors, glue dot, glue dot goes here. And I made a double bow somewhere. Hello. I made a double bow out of the twine, baker's twine, there it is. So that is going right here. And now we need some snowflakes. So I'll get these little mini snowflakes out. And we're gonna, there's two sizes in here. And we're gonna take the little one, put one on his hat. And kind of press it into the glue. And then I did 3 more. I did big ones, so we're gonna put one up here. We're gonna put one right here and one right there. So we'll do the glue. I love these little snowflakes. They're kind of rubbery, but they're nice and thin, so they don't add a lot of bulk. And they're very detailed, and you get 1,000,001 of them in there. So there is your Snowman Hugs. And you know what I'm going to do? The one that I colored while we were making it is darker on the collar. And I am going to go back over this guy because I liked it. So I have a Facebook group called the Happy Scrapbooker. I do scrapbook and I card make and I do lots of 3D projects. Ooh, isn't that pretty? But you have to ask to join the group. That'll be in the description box. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out. I'll have my shopping website with all the products listed that I used. I am going to make a run to Michael's today and see if they have this pretty color glimmer paper and what kind of texture it is, because the Close to My Heart glimmer paper and the Stampin' Up! Glimmer paper, it doesn't shed glitter everywhere. And some of that stuff you can buy in the store does, but if I can find something, I will link it in the description. And you know, white would work on here, and we do have white glimmer paper. But I really like the vintage look of this card. I like it a lot. It makes me happy. Snowman Hugs. So I hope you will share my videos. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. And if you could subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of people that watch it and they're not subscribed. And let me tell you, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. It's free. And by subscribing, you help my channel grow. Help me be more visible. Help me to get orders. And if you order from me, I will send you a Christmas card kit to make this little guy. And that will be in the month of November 2024. You just have to, well, I get notification when you order from me. So I will be thanking you with a Christmas card kit for Snowman Hugs this month. Some months I give away products, some months I give away kits, some months I do other things to thank my customers. But I really, really appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.